Hey, my name's Al Turner, and I love Jross-tv.
What's up, y'all? Sitting up here in the Fox Theater in St. Louis with my boy Al Turner,
Yes.
the music director for KEM, y'all. Y'all know who he is, big time KEM, Al Jarreau style. But we just sitting here chilling, y'all, and I wanted to talk to Al about being an MD.
Well, it's certainly a great opportunity. It has its challenges, just keeping the guys and things straight on stage, sound checks, making sure everybody's clicking on the same cylinder, if you will. But, we're having fun, doing what we do. And we're here in St. Louis again. Beautiful Fox Theater, man.
Yeah, but Al, as an MD, now you saying you just giving us a generalization. Give me a couple of details. What does an MD? What do you do?
I like to eat. I'm acting silly now.
That's all good.
No, I'm in charge of running sound checks, making sure the arrangements are tight, making sure Kim is happy, basically. So it could range from, just changing the song list to making sure everything is together we have background vocalists now, so
Yeah.
it's, just making sure everything is straight with the music,
Right.
if you will. So it has a lot of different dynamics to it.
Yeah, so as an MD, like I know you're a married man. Everybody know you're newlywed, almost just about.
Well, it'll be 3 years.
It's been that long already.
Yeah,
My
3
goodness.
years.
Well, okay, now as an MD, do you take those challenges home with you when you're off the road?
Sometimes.
How does a musician of your stature that play all around the world with the #1 artist in the world, how do you cut that off when you go home to keep your wife happy?
I try not to, bring up things that have nothing to do with home. So when I'm home, I try to be home.
Yeah.
And give her that respect, that time, that space, because it's very challenging, being away as it is, for weeks at a time when we're touring. So when I'm home, I just try to devote, all my time to my wife.
Yeah.
And at times it gets challenging, of course. I'm in the midst of finishing my new record, so.
Oh yeah.
So.
Well, talk about that. Talk about it.
That has nothing to do with being an MD, right?
Right. But we want to hear about the new songs too now, the new joints.
It's good, man. I wish I had something that you could check out, but I'm very close to being done.
Okay.
So I'm very excited. Got a few surprises. I don't think I don't want to compare it.
Right.
So I'll just leave it at that. I think it's good.
Now you playing your world famous Al Turner, Ken Smith on it?
Of course.
Hey, Al, what made
And
you?
I have a few other surprises too. But Ken Smith is still.
But what made you choose Ken Smith? I mean, why do you love it so
I've been with
much?
Ken since 1985.
But why?
Because it was a bass that as soon as I picked it up, I felt a connection to it. And there's so many variables with instruments, and there's so many great instruments out there. But I think that you have to make a connection with an instrument. It's a tool, So it was just, I picked it up, and played it, and fell in love with it, and it became a part of my sound, if you will. And over the years, I've had a few of his basses. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't, but my main bass that I use for touring is a bass I got in 1999, which is a bolt-on. I don't know the model names or whatever, but it was a special run that he did. He made like 5 of these basses. I was at his shop, and I saw it on the bench, and I was like, man, that's a nice bass. So a week later, I got the bass, and it's become my main touring bass, the last probably 10 years. It's the only bass that I use on the road. And it's like a rocket ship. I basically abused it and all the other stuff. And I look at it, I'm like, man, I need to have some work with it and stuff done on it. But it just sounds great, stays in tune.
Oh yeah?
So, oh yeah. From night to night, man, it's a pretty incredible bass.
Now you gravitate more to 5-string than 6?
Yeah, I haven't been playing my 6-string on the road for many years now. I use the 6-string to record with, to play the lead lines, the melodies on my records. But other than that, I don't play 6-string live anymore.
Yeah.
It's just too heavy for me.
Right.
It's a very heavy bass.
So over the years, Al, you gravitated from amateur, professional. Now you're on a huge tour. Professional. Oh yeah, you professional. Now you gravitated, graduated. Now you're on a major tour. What's the difference in the perception that you had maybe when you were amateur? Now that you're a pro and you're out here doing it, making money at it, is it what you thought it would be?
That's a loaded question.
Well, give it to us.
No, I've always, I've obviously been doing this a long time, so I've been on many tours, and I started off doing the local things, and then I actually started recording in the studios before I actually started touring. So that was a side that I love most. I love being in the creative process, but touring is it's a lot of fun, but it's also a lot of work, and it's very hard just going from one city to the next city night after night after night.
Right.
And, so it can be draining, but when we hit the stage, it's all about the music. As a kid, I always had this vision of playing on big stages. I used to stand in front of a mirror and see myself on a big stage. So I kind of knew very early, this is something that I would be doing.
Right.
I saw it. So it's just manifesting. You got to see it and believe it. So it's everything and more.
Yeah. So you ever thought about teaching? After you settle down from the road? And
I've been in a position to teach over the years. Lately I just don't have the consistent schedule to be at home enough to have students and. But yeah, that's something that I would like to do again.
Yeah, once again, y'all, we're in St. Louis at the Fox Theater with my boy Al Turner, Bass-ment, MD for KEM. We just got through here and let us see do our sound check, putting it down, y'all. We're a little quiet, y'all, because folks in here doing things. But once again, talking to Al Turner. And Al, you from Detroit, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Always in Delaware now.
You living in Delaware?
I'm in Delaware now.
Now, is the music scene different? Is there a big difference between, say, Detroit, which is like the Motown, Throwdown, and Delaware? Who from Delaware?
But I have to be very candid and honest because in Delaware I haven't really connected to a music scene, if you will, because I'm always traveling on the road, and when I'm home, I try to again spend home time at home.
Right.
So I really haven't connected, to a scene, and to be honest, I don't know if there is a
music scene.
I'm sure there is. Delaware isn't that big.
Right.
It really isn't, but we're close to Philadelphia, we're close to Baltimore and D.C. So,
Hey, Al, last question, man. Why you still rolling with that Eden, man? Why you?
You know why? You know why, James? Because it's functional.
I'm just teasing, though.
I'm Eden's first endorsee, as you well know.
Right.
David Norchkow, who is Eden, basically, just started a new company, which I'm sure you're aware of.
Oh yeah.
DNA.
Oh yeah.
And I'm his first endorsee for that as well.
Oh yeah.
But I don't have any of the gear. I didn't have any to bring out on the road, so Eden is still, it works for me. There's a lot of great stuff out there. I've tried a few things by default. But for me, it's all about this. So and basically on a big stage like this, it's just a secondary monitor because I'm using in-ears, so I really don't even hear the amplifier and what it's doing, and the volume is very, very low.
Yeah.
So I rely on the sound guy to make it happen out here. So it's functional, so I don't get caught up in the hype of what an amplifier is going to do, because your sound is here.
Right.
It's just something to, again, amplify what's already there.
Okay.
And if you look at my settings on the amp and the bass, they're pretty much flat. So I don't use a lot of EQ, or I don't like a really hyped up sound.
Yeah. Once again, y'all, this is Al Turner. We're going to let him roll up out of here. Y'all, it's getting close to getting dressed time. Yeah. And I just want to thank him for blessing Jross-tv like he always do. Been knowing Al for a while now.
This is my main man.
Always come through for me, y'all. So we're going to let him roll. St. Louis, we out. Peace.
Yeah, peace.